We're diving back into the future with Doom 2099 Issue 2. And God, is it glad to be back. Issue 1 was awesome, but the only downfall, especially like with Spider-Man 2099, and I'm pretty sure and I think X-Men 29 number 1 too. Anyway, it was a lot of buildup. So, I mean, it was enough to draw you and go, damn, I want this. And at the end of Doom 2099, we find out, well, I guess I should preface by saying, if you don't want to be spoiled, pause this review, go check out the other video, go get the book and read it. Anyway, Doom flees Latavia after coming into the future, not knowing how he got there, what the steps were that brought him there, and why he feels all this pain. They escape because Tiger Wild basically brings him to the point of death, and he comes to, what the hell's the name of this place? Isla Lobos de la Afruya, site of Pixel Corporation research compound, taken over by a small band of would-be revolutionists, intent on toppling a world government half a world away. So Doom came here because these people are basically really good at robotics, and they make him a huge mecha upgrade to his Doom outfit, and he starts upgrading all of his teammates that are gypsies from Latavia as well, because he wants to bring his homeland back to its former glory after it's just become this dystopian third world country at the hands of Tiger Wild, where it's become his own personal playground. Doom says, where does it say? When I was a child, my tribe's puppeteer mesmerized me with its marionettes. As an adult, my own robotic creations have proved a great aid. Both the maintenance of state and the gathering of information. Hard to imagine you as a child. My childhood ended the day I watched the old Baron murder my father, and I swear as I wrestled Latavia from the monarch's twisted grasp, so shall I free my homeland a second time from the usurper Tiger Wild. The Action of the Tiger. John Francis Moore writer, Patrick Broderick pencils, John Beatty ink, John Costanza letter, Chris Steele colors, Joey Cavallari was the editor, and Tom DeFalco editor-in-chief. Now he tells this lady that she should join him. You've done remarkable in 2 weeks. Your body's recovered from neurosurgery, adjusted to your cyber-linked armor, but you're overestimating your ability to confront Tiger Wild so soon after. I'm aware of the time elapsed, Dr. Quionis. And of the proper speed at which to proceed against Wild. Latavia's gypsies have nothing to fear from me. I challenged Wild blindly once. I will not make that mistake again. The couriers I built sought out all available data on his history. So we get a quick brief backstory on how Tiger Wild became the leader of Latavia. He goes, but where the corporate lackeys failed in destroying Tiger Wild, Doom will succeed. And so at the time, there's also this race for this stuff called Tritonium, which Tiger Wild is hoping to get, because it can basically make a nuclear bomb. But because of the return of Doom and people starting to stand up, Latavia is becoming a powder keg. So even without Doom's, inadvertently is causing chaos in the streets. Tiger Wild notices it. And you can see that even though he tries to stay a cool customer, he knows something is wrong. And the same thing can be said for the gypsies. This is, I can't remember, her name's Vision, or, hold on a second. What is her name? I can't remember her name. I want to say it's Vision, but I can't remember the top. But she uses tarot cards to essentially tell the future, and she's basically doing dual, where she's working for Tiger Wild, but as a gypsy, bloodbound, and she wants to eventually wipe out Tiger Wild. But while all this is happening, she's saying, you need to talk to me. We need the council to hear what you have to say. And Doom finally shares it with her, and he goes, satisfied. No, in the future you'll discuss these things with me. I won't have you endangering the lives of my people. If you are through, I have more important things to attend to. Arrogant son of a bitch. Then later, 2099. With all my temporal travels, I should have known. The future is never what we expect. I am forgotten. My castle lies in rubble. and Latavia stepped back towards feudalism, with corporate logos instead of royal crests, and my memory is like my castle, the fragmented remains of a past life. So many questions plague me, and their answers hang infuriatingly out of reach. I must remember. And then we get this beautiful full page of how Doom came to the future, and he's basically talking about how he leaped times. I hurled myself again into the void, chasing phantoms I knew wove subtle patterns of discord in the fabric of my empire. Whether I found those insidious wraiths, I do not know. I remember only the pain, and the full truth of my past continues to elude me. Ah! Gorgeous way to just quickly go over what's going on in Doom's mind. Very awesomely done in terms of storytelling, a visual narration. Now, there's a fight to find out where the Tritonium's coming from, and these two characters, God, they always Livewire, I think, and then her name I can never remember. Wire, and then her name is. Hold on a second. I can't remember her name. But anyway, Doom's using them to distract the military portion so they can find out where the Tritonium delivery is. And then Doom attacks. And just look at this. Miss traditional artwork like this. Look at how freaking dynamic that is. And the color palette. And the inks. Oh, gorgeous, gorgeous stuff. Back when you'd use dialogue, but the panels could just tell the story for you. And how Doom needs this Tritonium as one of his first steps to take out Tiger Wild, to tip the balance in his skills. Because Vision, or whatever her name is, basically says when she sees her tarot cards fall to the ground, she says that there's a lot of uncertainty about the future, and it gives her pause. But as the book comes to the end, I love how Doom rises from these ashes, tell Tiger Wild that Doom is returned and war is declared. I know it's supposed to be serious. Sorry, just the way my voice kind of snapped there. Do you remember that episode of Futurama where Bender and Fry essentially want to buy gum and they're mad because they feel like they're being discriminated against because they don't have a military discount? So they go to sign up for the military just to get the discount. And they said, yeah, you could drop at any time unless war were declared. And they go to buy their gum and there's like an alarm or whatever. And he goes, what was that? War were declared. It's just random, I know. But God, this book was awesome. These comics, think about it. Going back when we went over Silver Age Superman or Golden Age Superman, you used to call them funny books because people of that time would think like Scrooge McDuck, DuckTales, Archie, Casper, and that's why they called them funny books. And then comics started getting more serious around the 60s, 70s with individuals like Stan Lee, Jack Kirby. Oh God, I cannot remember the guy who created Captain America off the top of my head. I've met him once. He's such a really nice guy, and it breaks my heart that I can't remember his name. But anyway, and then we got Denny O'Neil, Neil Adams, and we started to see attitude and very poignant stories being written. And it's just, these comic creators, they didn't need to go as hard as they have over all these years to create these deep, impactful stories, to get rid of that stigma of, these are just funny pages. And that's why I get so mad when I read these newer books. And a lot of these serious characters that we grew up with, they're like, oh, Doom doesn't like squirrels because Doom is a frumpy-faced squirrel girl. Blech, blech. When you read stuff like this, I miss when the comedy was subtle or just kind of made you go, whoa, wait a minute. Like Peter David. Instead of, oh, you're just a frumpy, grumpy, humpy face. Shut the hell up. I miss comics like this. This is why these were the books that made me, as a 7-8-year-old, get involved and just love it and wanted to write my own and just enjoy it. And I just miss that. That feeling is not there as much as it used to be. Like, people try, don't get me wrong. But this was back when it was on a consistent basis. And that's what I miss. And this book just has all of that and more. So if you've enjoyed what you've seen, please first and foremost support your local comic shop or wherever it is like to get your action figures and comics and grab this series. If you've enjoyed this review, really would appreciate you taking a moment to like, share, and subscribe. Helps the channel more than you could possibly know. And if you won't mind hitting that fancy $20.99 bell next subscribe, that way as I get to upload content, you guys get notified. Come to the channel, and I love talking with y'all and hearing your thoughts and feedback down in the comments below or the socials, which I'll make sure to leave links down in the description. So with all that said, hope y'all continue to have an absolutely amazing day reading, and happy hunting, everyone.